United States, 2007. Jamie Hull survives a near-fatal plane crash, his body bearing visible scars from third-degree burns covering more than half his body. The photograph documents his remarkable survival and the devastating physical toll of the accident. Glasgow, Scotland, 1970. Two space cadets prepare for a mission in this playful photograph. The image captures childhood imagination and dreams of space exploration during the height of the space age when lunar missions captivated the world's attention. Persian Mountains, Iran, 1942. A Polish girl stands in the mountains after escaping Soviet labor camps in Siberia. During World War II, thousands of Poles fled to Iran after being imprisoned by Soviets in 1939, finding temporary refuge in the Middle East. South of France, 1899. Louis Boutin takes the first ever underwater photograph at a depth of 164 feet. The pioneering achievement opened new frontiers in marine photography and scientific documentation, revolutionizing underwater exploration and research forever. Balmoral Castle, Scotland, September 1896. Tsar Nicholas II poses with wife Alexandra Fedorovna and oldest daughter Olga to present her to Queen Victoria. The royal families maintained close ties despite political tensions. Rhodesia, March 1976. Controversial Prime Minister Ian Smith fires a handgun during a demonstration for foreign journalists. Smith led the white minority government resisting black majority rule. Zimbabwe eventually achieved independence in 1980 after years of brutal guerrilla warfare. France, 1945. The Mona Lisa is taken out from its secret hiding place after World War II. The priceless Leonardo da Vinci masterpiece was hidden throughout the war to protect it from Nazi looting. The painting returned safely to the Louvre Museum. Hollywood, 1969. Jane Russell poses with her 3 children at home at age 48. The actress and sex symbol of the 1940s and 1950s embraced motherhood. Russell adopted all 3 children, becoming a devoted mother while maintaining her entertainment career. Iowa, 2005. An Iowa carpenter worked 6 to 7 years at the same company, living so frugally he only owned 2 pairs of jeans. When he died, he left $3 million to send 33 strangers to college. They called themselves Dale's Kids. Train station, circa 1930. A young Native American mother and child pose for a photograph. The image captures indigenous families navigating modern American life during the Depression era. Such photographs documented Native peoples adapting to changing circumstances while maintaining cultural identity. Spandau Prison, Berlin, 1986. Rudolf Hess sits in his cell as the final surviving member of Hitler's cabinet and third most influential person in Nazi Germany. Hess spent 4 to 6 years in prison for war crimes, dying in 1987 at age 93. Kherson Oblast, Ukrainian SSR, 1973. Farm machine operators take their lunchtime break during harvest season. Soviet collective farming employed millions of workers. Such photographs documented daily life in the agricultural sector throughout the Ukrainian breadbasket region during the Cold War era. RMS Titanic, 1912. The only known authentic photograph of a luxury liner's swimming pool. The first-class amenity featured heated saltwater and Roman-style architecture. Over 1,500 passengers and crew died when the ship struck an iceberg and sank in the North Atlantic. Queensland, Australia, 1890s. Girls play a Bayfoot race captured on glass negative. The photograph preserves childhood games in colonial Australia. Such outdoor activities defined youth recreation before modern entertainment. Glass plate photography documented everyday moments with remarkable clarity and detail. Germany, 1946. Rudolphus, the man in charge of Auschwitz, appears before and after being beaten with axe handles by the officers who arrested him. He was hanged on April 16, 1947, for his role commanding history's most notorious death camp. King Island, Alaska, 1915 to 1925. An Inuit woman and child pose in traditional clothing. King Island's isolated community maintained cultural practices despite outside pressures. The photograph preserves indigenous Arctic culture. New York City, December 1944. Photographer Ouija captures rag peddler Sam Kashnowitz leading a horse rented to pull his wagon. The street photographer documented New York's working class and urban life. Such occupations disappeared as modern waste management and transportation transformed cities. Detroit, Michigan, February 1976. David Bowie performs at Cobo Arena. A young Madonna attended, later recalling, "I don't think that I breathed for 2 hours. I came home a changed woman." Bowie's influence on the future pop icon proved profound and lasting. United States, 1963. A mother serves homemade appetizers at an annual neighborhood Christmas party. The photograph captures post-war suburban culture and holiday traditions. Home entertaining defined middle-class social life. Such gatherings strengthened community bonds throughout American neighborhoods during this prosperous era. Shaykhshalin, Armenia, 1915. Victims of the Ottoman Empire lie dead during the Armenian genocide. Ottoman forces systematically murdered approximately 1.5 million Armenians. The photograph documents one of the 20th century's first genocides, which Turkey continues denying to this day. St. Pauli, Germany, June 1969. Kikuji Kawada photographs a woman for his series Issei Narusakai, Seika Atavism. The Japanese photographer documented Europe's red light districts and marginalized communities. His unflinching work explored sexuality, United States, circa 1930s to 1940s. A family poses with their 9 children. Large families remained common during this era despite depression hardships. Such photographs documented family life before widespread contraception. Australia, 1992. Steve Irwin and his wife Terry pose on their wedding day. The wildlife conservationist and television personality became internationally famous. His enthusiastic approach to conservation education touched millions. Irwin died in 2006 from a stingray attack while filming a documentary. Sarajevo, Bosnia, June 1914. Archduke Franz Ferdinand and wife Sophie sit in their car minutes before their assassination that would ignite World War I. Serbian nationalist Gavrilo Princip shot both, triggering the conflict that killed 16 million people and destroyed empires. United States, 2005. A son recreates a 1985 photograph with his father, finding the trucker hat on Amazon. Dad was 25 in the first picture. The son has 2 decades on him now. Such recreations preserve family bonds and document generational connections. Kikuyu, Kenya, March 1926. Alliance High School, affectionately known as Bush, was established. Located in Kikuyu, Kenya, it holds a historical distinction of being the first school in the country to offer secondary education to Africans during British colonial rule. Los Angeles, December 1953. Marilyn Monroe attends a children's benefit event. The actress supported numerous charities despite her troubled personal life. Monroe used her fame for humanitarian causes. She died in 1962 at 36 from an apparent drug overdose, shocking the world. Italian Libya, March 1937. Mussolini is greeted by locals during his triumphal stage tour, with Governor General Italo Balbo to his right. The propaganda visit demonstrated Italian colonial power. Libya remained under brutal Italian control until World War II, when Allied forces expelled the fascists. Russia, 1914. The Romanov sisters Olga, Tatiana, Maria, and Anastasia posed together, known collectively as OTMA. 4 years later, Bolsheviks murdered the entire family during the Russian Revolution. Their deaths ended 3 centuries of Romanov rule and shocked the world with its brutality. Beijing, China, 1989. Armed Chinese soldiers advanced down Chang'an Avenue the day after the Tiananmen Square massacre. The government violently suppressed pro-democracy protests. Hundreds of thousands of civilians died. The exact toll remains unknown due to government censorship and information control. Rezhev, Soviet Union, March 1943. Machine gunners of the Kalinin Front pose after liberating the city from German invaders. The brutal battle for Rezhev killed hundreds of thousands. Soviet forces eventually prevailed, pushing Germans westward. The victory marked another step toward Berlin. France, circa 1918. A radiographer wears protective clothing and headpiece during World War I. X-ray technology transformed battlefield medicine. Early radiation protection remained primitive. Photographer H.J. Hickman documented medical advances despite risks to healthcare workers from prolonged radiation exposure throughout the war. Hollywood, 1966. Annette Funicello stars in Fireball 500, a stock car racing film with Frankie Avalon and Fabian. The car was a George Barris custom design. Beach party films defined 1960s teen entertainment. Funicello transitioned from child star to teen icon. Arctic Ocean, 2003. Fast attack submarine USS Connecticut had partly surfaced in an ice pack when a polar bear began licking and pouring the exposed rudder to determine if it was worth eating. The bear eventually decided he was not in the mood for a sub. Afghanistan, 2003. Afghan farmer Abdul Wali was wrongfully accused of being a terrorist. He turned himself in hoping to clear his name. Over 3 days, a CIA contractor viciously tortured Wali to death, hitting him until he pleaded for his life. The brutal killing exemplified interrogation abuses. United States, 2025. Final photograph of iconic singer Neil Sedaka, who died today, taken just 2 days ago. The pop music legend's career spanned 7 decades. Sedaka wrote and performed countless hits defining American popular music. His death marks the end of an era. At Sejai Airfield, Japan, October 1945. Japanese P-1Y Jinga and D-4Y Suisei aircraft sit post-war with some propellers removed to prevent unauthorized flights. American occupation forces controlled Japanese military equipment. The defeated nation began transformation from militarism to democracy under Allied supervision. Tantora, Palestine, May 1948. Israeli Haganah soldiers posed with detained Palestinians after the village surrendered. Haganah forces reportedly killed over 200 unarmed Palestinians and buried them in a mass grave under what is now a parking lot on Dole Beach, a contested historical claim. Saipan, Mariana Islands, July 1944. Fallen Marines of the 2nd Division await burial at the cemetery. Life magazine photographer W. Eugene Smith documented the Pacific War's brutal human cost. The island battle killed over 3,000 Americans and virtually all Japanese defenders through desperate fighting. London, England, March 1826. The famous Indian elephant Chune was executed at the Exeter Exchange Menagerie. The event became a significant and widely reported public spectacle due to the difficulty and brutality of the animal's death, shocking Victorian society with its violence. Chicago, Illinois, 1971. A mother and daughter pose downtown. The photograph captures everyday urban life during a transformative decade. Chicago remained a major American city despite urban challenges. Mother-daughter relationships transcended social upheaval throughout the era's dramatic cultural and political changes. Hollywood, mid-2000s. Anne Hathaway glows on a red carpet in a shimmering deep V-neck gown highlighting her elegance and warmth. The rising actress was establishing herself as a major talent. Hathaway later won an Academy Award for Les Miserables in 2013. Los Angeles, January 1981. Muhammad Ali captured in a quiet human moment far removed from the spotlight of the ring. The boxing legend relaxed at home. Ali's charisma and activism made him one of the 20th century's most influential athletes and cultural figures worldwide. Alabama, November 1954. Anne Hodges lies in a hospital bed, her side bruised and bandaged after being struck by a meteorite on November 30th. She became the first verified human injured by an extraterrestrial object. The grapefruit-sized rock crashed through her roof while she slept. Bristol, England, 2010. Joanna Yates, a bright 25-year-old landscape architect, whose warm smile in everyday snapshots stands in heartbreaking contrast to her tragic murder. Her body was found on Christmas Day 2010. Neighbor Vincent Tabuk was convicted of strangling her. London, England, 1985. Princess Diana steps out of a custom Ford Escort RS Turbo, a sleek black hatchback with blue accents reflecting her personal style. The beloved princess challenged royal protocol and connected with ordinary people. She died in a Paris car crash in 1997. Milan, Italy, 1948. A man and woman ride a Vespa scooter photographed by Dimitri Kessel. The iconic Italian vehicle symbolized post-war European recovery and modern mobility. Vespas became cultural icons representing freedom, style, and affordable transportation throughout Europe and beyond. Atlantic Ocean, 1912. A cross-section diagram shows the RMS Titanic's interior layout. The luxury liner featured multiple decks, grand staircase, swimming pool, and elaborate first-class accommodations. Over 1,500 people died when the supposedly unsinkable ship struck an iceberg and sank. NASA Laboratory, 1995. Scientists studied the effects of various drugs on spiders. The research examined how substances altered web spinning patterns. Different drugs produced distinctly different web designs. The study demonstrated how chemicals affect behavior and motor function through observable architectural changes. Train station, circa 1930. A young Native American mother and child posed together during the Great Depression. Indigenous families navigated modern American life while maintaining cultural identity. Such photographs documented Native peoples' resilience despite systematic oppression and forced assimilation policies throughout this difficult era. Oklahoma, 1973. A hippie girl sells roadside flowers. The counterculture movement embraced alternative lifestyles, peace, and connection to nature. Flower selling symbolized the era's values. Such entrepreneurs rejected mainstream careers, choosing simple living aligned with their ideals during the Vietnam War era. Atlantic Ocean, 1936. A mechanic checks an engine during a Hindenburg flight. The Zeppelin era peaked with a massive German airship. The Hindenburg represented cutting-edge aviation technology before its catastrophic 1937 explosion killed 36 people, ending the passenger airship era forever. Des Moines, Iowa, 1945. A teenager reads while having a cola and box of Cheez-It before going to bed. The photograph captures typical American youth culture. Simple pleasures defined adolescence. Such moments of ordinary life became nostalgic symbols of post-war prosperity and innocent teenage years. United States, 1940s. Beauty school students practice hairstyling and makeup techniques. Beauty culture employed thousands of women. Such training programs provided career opportunities despite limited professional options for women. The beauty industry grew rapidly throughout the post-war era, empowering female entrepreneurship. Des Moines, Iowa, 1945. Boys check comic books at a newsstand or store. Comic books captivated young readers during the 1940s. Superheroes provided escapism during and after World War II. The medium defined American youth culture before television displaced comics as primary entertainment. Scottsboro, Alabama, 1936. At Cumberland Mountain Farms, barefoot young boys sit outside on chairs made from tree sections, reading during school. Rural poverty defined Depression-era education. Despite hardship, learning continued. Such photographs documented resilience and determination to educate children amid economic devastation. United States, 1970s. A sign at a gas station warns of gasoline shortage during the energy crisis. OPEC oil embargoes caused nationwide fuel scarcity. Long lines and rationing frustrated Americans. The crisis transformed energy policy, fuel efficiency standards, and public consciousness about resource dependence. Sicily, Italy, 1963. An Italian family rides a Lambretta scooter together. Italian motor scooters provided affordable family transportation. Multiple passengers squeezed onto small vehicles. Such scenes typified Mediterranean life. Vespas and Lambrettas represented Italian design ingenuity and post-war economic recovery throughout Europe. United States, 1960s. A woman poses with her Curtis Mathis console, an audio and television unit known for its wood grain cabinets and mid-century style. Such furniture television combinations defined American living rooms. Entertainment centers became focal points of domestic life throughout suburban homes. United States, 1980s. The aisle of generic foods at a grocery store features plain packaging and lower prices. Generic products offered budget-conscious shoppers significant savings. The no-frills branding challenged name brands. Economic recession drove consumers toward cheaper alternatives throughout the decade's economic uncertainty. Sears department store, 1964. The candy, popcorn, and nuts counter attracts customers. Retail stores featured extensive food sections. Sears dominated American shopping before malls and specialty stores. Such counters provided treats and socializing. Department stores served as community gathering spaces throughout mid-century America. Britain, pre-alarm clock era. People called knocker-uppers would wake workers by tapping on their windows with long sticks. The profession existed before mechanical alarm clocks became affordable. Knocker-uppers ensured factory workers arrived on time. Industrialization created unusual occupations serving working-class needs. Mongolia, 13th century. After Genghis Khan was buried, soldiers rode thousands of horses over his grave to keep its location secret. All those who witnessed the burial ceremony were massacred. The grave's location remains unknown. Khan's empire stretched across Asia and Europe. Saalburg, Germany, date uncertain. A 2,000-year-old shoe belonged to a Roman legionnaire. The remarkably preserved leather footwear demonstrates Roman military equipment quality. Such artifacts reveal daily life details. Roman soldiers marched across Europe wearing standardized equipment, including these durable boots protecting feet during campaigns. Switzerland, 1977. Charlie Chaplin poses late in life. The silent film legend revolutionized cinema through physical comedy and social commentary. Chaplin died on Christmas Day 1977 at age 88. His Little Tramp character became one of cinema's most enduring and beloved icons. United States, 1920s. During Prohibition, government agents poisoned alcohol, causing thousands of deaths in an effort to stop bootlegging. The controversial policy killed an estimated 10,000 people. Government-sanctioned poisoning of industrial alcohol sparked outrage, but continued throughout the failed Nobel experiment. Ottoman Empire, 1850s. Samuel Colt tricked the Ottoman Sultan into buying 5,000 pistols. He gifted him a gold-inlaid revolver and falsely claimed Russians were buying his guns. The deception secured a lucrative contract. Colt's business tactics and firearms revolutionized warfare worldwide. United States, 1870s. A woman picks up scraps of coal to sell. Extreme poverty forced people to scavenge for survival. Coal picking provided meager income for destitute families. Industrial capitalism created enormous wealth inequality. The desperate struggle for subsistence defined working-class life throughout the Gilded Age. Tulse Hill, London, 1945. A British gunner returns to his prefabricated home, where his wife and young son run to greet him beneath a hand-painted welcome sign. After years of war, servicemen reunited with families. The emotional homecoming captured relief and joy following victory. Pinal County, Arizona, 1940. A farmer's wife sets the table in her home, carefully placing dishes and glasses on a small drop-leaf table. She prepares for the evening meal. Depression-era families maintained dignity despite hardship. Such domestic routines preserved normalcy amid economic struggle. Fowler, Indiana, 1937. A farmer walks along a field carrying sections of drainage tile to be loaded onto a wagon. Agricultural work required constant physical labor. Proper drainage improved crop yields. Depression-era farming combined traditional methods with modern improvements throughout rural America's struggling heartland. San Augustine, Texas, 1943. Children have an Easter egg hunt on school grounds on the last day before Easter vacation. Traditional celebrations continued despite World War II. Schools maintained normalcy for children. Such activities preserved American culture and childhood innocence throughout the war years. Pinal County, Arizona, 1940. A young boy receives his family's mail at the post office counter inside a grocery store at Casa Grande Valley Farms. Rural communities combined multiple services in single locations. Children helped with routine family errands, learning responsibility. Fayetteville, North Carolina, 1941. A family lives in the downsized space of a tobacco barn where the father works. Poverty forced families into substandard housing. Tenant farmers and agricultural workers endured hardship. The Depression left millions in desperate circumstances throughout the rural South's sharecropping economy. Pinal County, Arizona, 1940. A farmer pauses for a drink while working in a hayfield, lifting a water container for brief relief from heat and labor. Agricultural work was physically exhausting. Hydration breaks provided necessary rest. Farming required endurance throughout long, hot days. Pinal County, Arizona, 1940. A farmer's wife prepares food at her kitchen sink, standing at the counter rinsing and readying ingredients in a clean, orderly kitchen. Domestic labor occupied women's days. Meal preparation required extensive work. Home economics defined women's roles throughout rural agricultural communities. Pinal County, Arizona, 1940. Young boys sing from hymnals during Sunday school at the community house at Casa Grande Valley Farms. seated closely together. They follow along in worship. Religious education remained central to rural life. Communities gathered for spiritual instruction and fellowship. Bergen-Belsen, Germany, April 1945. British troops of the 11th Armored Division entered Bergen, believing it was merely a German town. They noticed the fence and marched straight into one of history's most horrific concentration camps, discovering thousands of corpses and dying survivors. Hollywood, 1981. Pat O'Brien and James Cagney posed together while acting in Ragtime. It was O'Brien's third last acting credit before he died 2 years later in 1983. The lifelong friends had appeared together in numerous films throughout their legendary Hollywood careers spanning decades. Finland, 1939 to 1940. Simo Häyhä was born amid harsh winter that could prove deadly. He did not need high-tech equipment. The Finnish sniper killed over 500 Soviet soldiers during the Winter War using iron sights. He embodied Finnish determination against impossible odds. Eastern Front, World War II. Soviet soldiers armed with SVT-40 semi-automatic rifles posed together. The weapon provided superior firepower compared to bolt-action rifles. Soviet industry produced millions of firearms. Red Army troops advanced westward toward Berlin, defeating Nazi Germany through overwhelming force. Minsk, Belarus, World War II. A line of German soldiers attend a military cemetery funeral for fallen comrades near Minsk. The Eastern Front killed millions. German forces suffered catastrophic casualties throughout the Soviet campaign. Military funerals became routine as losses mounted during the brutal war. London Zoo, England, 1953. Boys dressed in school uniforms posed with king penguins. School trips provided educational experiences. Zoos allowed children to see exotic wildlife. Such photographs documented post-war British childhood. London Zoo remained a popular attraction for families throughout the 1950s and beyond. Honolulu, Hawaii, 1970s. The decade's parades were a vibrant explosion of color and cultural pride, capturing Hawaii in a unique transitional era. Major celebrations showcased diverse heritage. Hawaiian culture flourished. Such events strengthened community identity amid tourism growth and increasing mainland American influence. Hollywood, 1955. Irish McCalla and her animal co-star Neil the Chimp, credited as Chim, were a central duo on the set of Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. Their interaction was key to the adventure series. The show entertained audiences with jungle escapades and exotic animals. United States, 1976. Reverend Jesse Jackson and Marvin Gaye play basketball together. The civil rights leader and soul music legend shared friendship. Both used their platforms for social justice. Gaye's music addressed political issues. Jackson championed equality. Their collaboration demonstrated art and activism intersecting. Pontiac Factory, circa 1969. Workers assemble a Firebird on the production line. American automobile manufacturing employed millions. Detroit's Big Three dominated. Muscle cars like the Firebird defined the era. Assembly line labor built the vehicles that symbolized American freedom and automotive power throughout the decade. Hollywood, 1922 to 2024. Janice Page's career spanned over 6 decades. The powerhouse of Hollywood's golden age was renowned for vibrant red hair, sparkling wit, and unforgettable performances. Page entertained generations through film, television, and stage. She died recently after an extraordinary lifetime in entertainment. Bahamas, 1960. A woman poses at the beach. Caribbean tourism attracted visitors seeking tropical paradise. The Bahamas offered beautiful beaches and warm weather. Such photographs promoted island destinations. Tourism became essential to Caribbean economies. Leisure travel expanded throughout the post-war prosperity, creating new industries. New Jersey, 1978. Bruce Springsteen is pulled over for speeding. The rock star's working-class image and powerful music defined American heartland. Springsteen became the boss, one of rock's most influential artists. His concerts became legendary marathons. Springsteen's career spanned 5 decades. New Mexico, 1879. The only known authenticated photograph of Billy the Kid. The legendary outlaw became a folk hero despite his criminal career. Billy killed at least 8 men before being shot dead by Sheriff Pat Garrett in 1881 at age 21. His legend endures. Hollywood, date uncertain. George Lucas sits surrounded by Star Wars props. The filmmaker created one of cinema's most successful franchises. Star Wars revolutionized filmmaking, merchandising, and popular culture. Lucas built an entertainment empire from his visionary science fiction saga that continues captivating global audiences. Milan, Italy, 2013. Ferruccio Laviani's Good Vibrations features furniture carved to appear glitching. The contemporary design challenges perception and reality. Digital aesthetics applied to physical objects create disorienting effects. Such innovative furniture represents intersection of technology, art, and functional design throughout modern culture. University of Arkansas, 1973. Professor Bill Clinton teaches law. The future president was building his political career in Arkansas. Clinton would become governor before winning the presidency in 1992. His teaching background shaped his communication skills and policy understanding throughout his political journey. Buenos Aires, Argentina, March 2016. Barack Obama dances a tango during a state dinner hosted by Argentina's President Mauricio Macri at the Centro Cultural Kirchner. The spontaneous moment showcased Obama's charisma. The dance sparked debate about presidential behavior amid international tragedies. Rome, Italy, 1960. Audrey Hepburn photographed by Luca Dotti, her son. The beloved actress lived in Rome during her marriage to Italian psychiatrist Andrea Dotti. Hepburn balanced Hollywood stardom with private family life. She later devoted herself to humanitarian work with UNICEF before dying in 1993. Mount Everest, May 1998. Francis Arsentive and husband Sergei reached the summit without supplemental oxygen. Descending separately, Francis became stranded. Sergei died trying to save her. Climbers found Francis alive but dying. She became known as Sleeping Beauty, her body visible for years. Ohio, 1980s. The profile of a young woman known for decades only as the Buckskin Girl, her face bearing tragic marks of violent death. The unidentified murder victim was finally identified in 2018 as Marsha King through DNA technology, decades after her 1981 death. Winslow, Arizona, April 1905. After John Shaw was killed in a shootout during a saloon robbery, his body was propped up for a macabre photograph. The Wild West's violent justice and morbid photography practices documented frontier brutality. Such images shocked and fascinated the public. United States, mid-century. Virginia Belle strikes a dramatic exotic pose framed between tall palm trunks with arms gracefully extended and playful smile. The pin-up model represented 1950s glamour photography. Belle became famous for her natural figure during an era celebrating curvaceous beauty standards. Iwo Jima, Japan, February 1945. A lone United States Marine lies motionless in black volcanic sand, his helmet strap still fastened. The color photograph captures the brutal Pacific battle. Over 26,000 American casualties occurred during 5 weeks of desperate fighting for the strategic island. Almeria, Spain, 1989. Harrison Ford and Sean Connery film Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade under the desert sun. This behind-the-scenes moment captures the father-son dynamic between Indy and his dad. The adventure film became another blockbuster in the beloved franchise. Crothersville, Indiana, January 2005. 10-year-old Katie Coleman left home for a short walk to a nearby store. The simple errand should have taken only minutes. She was abducted, sexually assaulted, and murdered. Her killer was convicted and sentenced to life in prison. North Vietnam, date uncertain. Lieutenant James Venanzi was shot down during the Vietnam War. His mission ended in capture. The photograph shows him shortly afterward as a prisoner of war. Venanzi endured years of brutal captivity before eventual release when the war ended. Washington State, 1980. Mount St. Helens photographed from the same spot one day before and 4 months after erupting. The volcanic explosion killed 57 people and devastated the landscape. The comparison shows nature's destructive power transforming the mountain from pristine peak to blown-apart crater. Netherlands, 1888. The graves of a Catholic woman and her Protestant husband, who were not allowed to be buried together because of differing faiths. The touching monument shows hands reaching toward each other across the dividing wall, symbolizing love transcending religious division. Spain, 1960s. A large Spanish family poses together. Big families remained common in Catholic Spain. Traditional values emphasized family size. Spain was transitioning from Franco's dictatorship toward democracy. Such photographs documented Spanish life before modernization transformed society and reduced average family sizes. Christchurch, New Zealand, 1950. Mothers removed their baby prams from the bus. Public transportation accommodated families with young children. Post-war New Zealand emphasized family life and child-rearing. Women managed domestic responsibilities, including transporting children. Prams were essential equipment for mothers navigating daily errands. Spain, 1968. Henry Fonda, Claudia Cardinale, Sergio Leone, Charles Bronson, and Jason Robards pose on the set of Once Upon a Time in the West. Leone's epic western became a masterpiece. The film featured Ennio Morricone's iconic score and redefined the western genre. Hollywood, 1970. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton posed together during one of cinema's most famous romances. The volatile couple married twice, divorced twice. Their passionate relationship captivated the public. Both were legendary actors whose personal drama often overshadowed their considerable talents and achievements. Little Rock, Arkansas, 1958. A boy in pajamas studies by watching television. Educational programming emerged during television's early years. TV became a learning tool alongside entertainment. The medium transformed how children received information, supplementing traditional schooling throughout American homes nationwide. United States, 1940. Women receive instructions on how to apply makeup during a beauty class. Cosmetics industry grew rapidly. Makeup became standard for women. Beauty culture emphasized appearance standards. Such training taught techniques that would define feminine presentation throughout the mid-20th century across American society. United States, 1945. Two boys look into a bakery window, eyeing trays of freshly baked muffins, pastries, and loaves of bread. Food scarcity during World War II made such displays tantalizing. Children gazed longingly at treats their families couldn't always afford despite wartime rationing. United States, 1920s. A treadmill made from wooden slats demonstrates early fitness equipment. Exercise machines existed before modern gym equipment. Physical culture gained popularity during the era. Such devices reflected growing interest in health and fitness, predating contemporary exercise equipment by many decades. Britain, 1960. Men tried the gin and tonic vending machine. The unusual device dispensed mixed alcoholic drinks. Vending machines expanded beyond soft drinks and snacks. British pubs and venues experimented with automated service. Such innovations reflected the era's technological optimism and consumer culture expansion. United States, 1950s. Schoolchildren practiced duck and cover drills in classrooms to learn protection in the event of nuclear attack. Cold War fears shaped education. Students regularly drilled hiding under desks. The futile exercise revealed atomic age anxieties permeating American life throughout decades of nuclear standoff.